I was told he was involved in a motor accident at Onitsha. When I examined him, I looked at the chest. There were no respiratory movements. I listened with the stethoscope. There were no breath sounds. I tried to look at the heart, the cardiovascular system. There were no heart sounds, and the patient had no pulse. I looked at the eyes. The pupils were fixed and dilated. I just made an impression right away that the patient was dead, and he should be removed to the mortuary.
I don't know what to do again.
When they brought him in here, he was being brought by the father and the wife. Then there's no life in him, no heartbeats, no any sign of breathingness. They accepted him as a corpse. Then after all those, I checked all around the body, and everywhere is so stiff. That was what gave us the strength to start our procedure. When I sent him in to the second room, the last slab.
Before I could come, they have already put my husband inside the gasket, and I was with my first son, Victor.
Bonke was here on the 2nd day of December 2001 to commission the Kingdom Life World Evangelism, which is the evangelistic arm of this great ministry.
I felt that the anointing will be so high here, that the anointing will resurrect my husband. That was what I felt before coming down here.
We were looking for a place to lay him, and they brought in these 2 tables, and his head was here while his legs were here. This was the first place where they now laid him.
Somebody rushed in and said, "It's now breathing, that is breathing, is breathing."
Now he has started breathing bit by bit, that we should pray. So I and my pastor friend, Pastor Luke Ibekwe, we started praying. But when it's like this, even there are some people that snapped him a picture. His hands were like this, by the sides. I just lying. As we were praying now, suddenly we saw the eyes started, life started coming in. I said to my pastor friend, Pastor Luke, that they say that he had been in 3 days in the mortuary. We are squeezing it, making sure that life, because now we find out that as we are praying, that the heart started, the heart become hot. So, and he was breathing. We started massaging the hands. As we massaged the hands, suddenly it seemed that life came into the hands, and we put the hands like a stockfish. I was able to turn it.
I picked up the mic and announced to the whole people that dead man they brought here is now breathing. And the father interrupted my announcement and said, although he's breathing, his body is still like iron.
Suddenly, people shouted for me to turn to see why people are shouting, because they were all there, filled up all this place. They want to see. And when they shouted, I saw this man jumped up. When he jumped up, I abandoned the person I was with. And I rushed and I grabbed him just like that. That is the fight the enemy is using to accuse you. Just cool it, you will understand. As we carried him to the pastor of Christ's office under the fan, we kept him there, and the fan was rolling. He was still asking, where is my file? You see, and after which Mommy come in there, he said, here is too compacted, that we should take him to the main auditorium, that he will have enough air. So we take him to the main auditorium, people throng. Suddenly we saw people coming in from the outside. It seemed that a news went in, and people started coming in. As people were coming in there, they saw the same man sitting down.
This is the coffin where he was being put from here to Onitsha, where he was being, and during the day, that was the day.
At that time, on Monday, when he came to my house, he was smelling chemical. He was smelling chemical all over him. You see, but now, I haven't seen such a thing. I know that dead people can be raised to life. But I've never heard of people, somebody who have been 3 days in the mortuary.